Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone is staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. We're on the final stretch with these Emperor's Spears before we get basing. However, unfortunately, I found that I totally missed some purity seals on a bunch of models. I've got this particular sculpt that came to the starter set. I've missed the purity seal on all three of their legs. And I also missed... He's like holding a purity seal down here as well. I missed that one. So we got a couple of purity seals to finish painting. And then we got to start power swords. So I think I'm going to do red power swords. I think it's going to be red. Go with the eyes, go with the little spot color I've got here and there on them. Won't mesh too much with the blue. So we're going to attempt some red power swords as well. But to start with, let's get these purity seals base coated and ready to go. Oh, Dr. Busty, that sucks, man. Your tournament just got cancelled. Dude, I know all about that lately. Like, unfortunately, I've been rather unwell since I got back from my tournament in Hobart, funnily enough. And I've had to pull out of now 3 two-day tournaments. 2 were local that I'm just not up for, and one of them is an interstate one that just due to me being quite sick and in hospital, and then the wife losing work because of that, it's just not in the budget anymore, which is unfortunate. Because that was going to be my first conquest tournament, but so I've actually lost a tournament from 3 different game systems now, which is unfortunate. So I know all about tournaments failing to get off. It sucks. Sucks even more that the entire tournament's cancelled, because it's not just one person, that's you and your whole community. But what were you going to take to said tournament? What game was it for? What were you going to take? Yeah, I'm certainly on the mend. Like, for me, it's the thing of I can play games or I can function now. I just don't think I would feel like a 2-day tournament normally crushes me when I'm feeling my absolute best. I don't think while I'm far from my best, a 2-day tournament is smart to be going to. I feel like it'll get to 2 games into the tournament with a rush, and I'll just be like, I can't do this. So at that point, it's not fair on me to do that to a TO or something. I don't think that's particularly fair on a TO to be doing that to someone. So I just pulled out of the events altogether. And then, like I said, I'm missing a conquest tournament. Just funds-wise, it's not in the budget. Like, I could probably afford it, but it'd be tight. Oh, cheers. Yeah, I'm really happy with how these Marines are coming along. They're really starting to take shape. So this is just the first 1,000 points of them. I got a ton of other Marines to do up. I actually got a Black Templar box, so I'll have some Black Templar Marines on the go at some point soon. Oh, let's go. You can't see the purity seal. Actual seal. I do like Bone Splitters as an army. They're one of my... don't actually own a Bone Splitters army for the channel, which is one of the few I don't. I've got Oryx, but I just don't have a Bone Splitter force. They're definitely one of the... not my least... yeah, they're not my least favorite. I think Iron Jaws are my least favorite of the Oryx clans. Cruel Boys, then Bone Splitters for me. These are 40k Marines because they're an Ultramarine successor chapter, and they're Primaris, so these are 100% for 40k. So they're Primaris Marines, so they're definitely not 30k stuff. Do have the Age of Darkness box set that I've built up, so we will have some 30k stuff getting done. We're going to split it into an Alpha Legion and Blood Angel Force in that box, so that'll be fun. So yeah, these guys actually got a chapter called the Emperor's Spears, and they actually got White Dwarf rules, rules for the chapter in White Dwarf. That's completely match play legal, even tournament legal. So, going to be my Space Marine army I get done for the channel for now, until my Black Templars and my Blood Drinkers are getting underway. So while we wait for that first layer to dry before I apply the wash, we're going to start putting down the base coat for Power Swords. So we are going to do red Power Swords. So we're going to start with some corn red. The key with getting your Power Swords right is really making sure you're trying to do everything in one nice stroke either side of your blade, and you go tidy up after. So you're just really trying to use as little brush strokes as possible. Oops, that's a lot of paint on the brush there. Yeah, these red blades were definitely the right way. Already liking how it's looking. So these Marines were going to be for the 40k tournament. Like I said, I'm behind on the painting. I was going to paint up a Nighthaunt Force for the Age of Sigmar tournament, but that sort of fell to the wayside. And for Conquest Last Argument of Kings, I was going to be taking my Old Dominion. So Nighthaunt have sort of fallen back on the project list. It'll be my Conquest stuff I get done next. I want to get more Conquest stuff done up. So I'll be working to get my Conquest armies finished and on the table. And so we're just going to apply a non-metallic metal effect to these blades, getting the glow nice and working, but it just takes it takes time. I've got a Harlequin Force I want to paint up next as well, just sitting here. I want to get done soon, so we're going to try and get some Harlequins done. Really trying to push up some more 40k stuff for the channel and for. So, strapping off, we need Agrax, Daruki. Agrax I'll show you. And I think I'm going to do some like nice, cool jungle basing for these guys because it's supposed to be from like an island world, like an island that's pretty much, you know, like the, I would say like very tropical island-ish planet. Lots of water, a water world with lots of island colonies. So going to go like some, you know, in the rich sort of jungle, rich rainforest sort of basing, which would be pretty sweet. And then I need Carbo Crimson as well. Dan, hello, mate. How are we? A 9-inch charge. We are slowly but surely making my way through these Marines. Yeah, I wouldn't say all better, but definitely on a much better path than we have been. I wouldn't say completely better yet, but definitely on a positive trajectory for now. Just getting the base coats ready so we can start working on power swords. So yeah, slowly but surely getting the base coat down. You just want to make sure it's nice and smooth. So multiple thin coats of the base coat, and then we'll start glazing and doing the power effect on it. But how have you been, man? Has been a while. Oh, nice. Playing some Warhammer Fantasy. Nice. 6th ed as well. I've got a recording day tomorrow, so we're going to play some games tomorrow. is... Everyone has nightmares about Wood Elves in 8th. Does he not remember Wood Elves in 6th? Like, if you play them right, they are boy annoying in 6th. I remember playing Wood Elves in 6th. They were so good. Because you wouldn't play a normal game of Warhammer. Right, well, while I wait for those things to dry, we might grab out some black. If I can find it. I think it's over there. Nice. Yep. Ultra Kindred with Longbow, Halo Doom, Bow of Lauren. Yep. Yeah. You're doing all the right things. Came out a little bit. That's better. Robin Mankiller, hello mate, how are we? So we're just watering it down this black a little bit because we want a lot of control on it. Because while we're waiting, I have another force over here I've been painting. And so we're going to start the process of getting my Harlequin's diamond pattern ready. Yep, it's going to be this is just going to take a while. It's just a matter of painting in the lines to begin with. So it's diamonds one way. Oh, nice. Going to build your account. Nice. Good to see your dungeon project went well. No worries, mate. Thank you very much. Won't be on too long tonight. It is a little bit late. I'm just getting stuff ready. So, Then we're going to start with some Mephistan Red. Well, this is going all right for a first attempt at doing this. Alright, that's turned out alright for a first go. What's on? Alright, for a first go, trying out the checkerboard pattern. We'll tidy it up after, but I reckon that's alright. However, now that that's done, we can start doing the first layers of this bad boy. A little bit thinner. Still a little bit more. There we go, that's what we want. Alright, that's the first layer done, so we'll go over to a highlight for our purity seals now, which will be Screaming Skull. So we're just getting a highlight for the thing. I've done the first layer of Mephiston Red. It'll take about 8 to 10 layers normally to get the effect starting to work, and then we'll go up to Wild Ride Red, and finally Fire Dragon Bright will be the last color we do for. That'll do nicely. So go back for our next layer. So we're just slowly but surely getting all these layers done. It just takes multiple layers of each color to really get that glow effect to work on these power swords. So we're going for red power swords. I think because my eyes are red, I've got a little bit of red spot color here and there. I thought red would look nice. I was thinking green, but I don't really have any green on the models, so I thought it might just be a little bit too much of a new color sort of added to the palette. So we went red, and I'm pretty happy with my choice of red. So power weapons. So I've attempted power weapons like this a couple of times. I'm getting a little bit better at it. Just takes practice to get these blends right. John, hello, mate. Bit of a slow one in the chat tonight. Just getting a little bit of power weapon work done. Let's just finish purity seals on a few models I missed purity seals on. How do we power weapons? And then it's bases. And we're done with these Marines. We've got chapter symbols and transfers coming because I cannot be bothered painting the Empress Beer's chapter symbol. The trident's not too bad. It's in the little like skull that's in the middle of the trident that's just, no, not doing it. Water transfers, it is. But yeah, so just slowly but surely. Getting the work done that needs to be done on these. So once we've done this with our Mephiston Red, so we start off with Corn Red, Mephiston Red, we'll then do Wild Rider Red and then Fire Dragon Bright, and probably do a little tiny bit of Uriel Yellow to do the very fine highlights. Or maybe not. I'll figure out what I want to do for like the edge highlight. I haven't put these guys. I've played a couple of games with Emperor Spears. I generally only play games. Most of my games are ones with revolver back reps, so it's painted armies. So if it's not painted, it generally hasn't hit the table too much. I've played a couple of practice games learning 40k. So I've got a couple of games in with them. They're fun. Combat focused Marines with a little bit of shooting prowess. Like all Marines, it's a nice sort of balanced army. This one's not a balanced list, though. The 1,000 points I've just painted up. It is 25 Assault Intercessors, 6 Blade Guard Veterans, Captain, Lieutenant, and Primaris Ancient. So it is all combat all the time. So I've got a couple of shooting pieces I'll probably add to it in the next 500 points I do. I've got a Storm Speeder. I've got some Bikers. I've got some Eradicators that'll probably get added into the next lot of Marines, the next 500 points I do. Nice. Can't say, like, historicals just don't appeal to me at all. Not at least like World War. I'm just not into like World War history at all. If I'm doing historicals, I'm doing like ancient historicals. So, like Romans and all that sort of stuff. That's the historicals I'm interested in. Or like Flames of War, Team Yankee. Just have no. Well, not Flames of War. What's the one? Either way, you get my point. I'm just not interested in that stuff at all. But that's cool, man. It's always good to expand your horizons and get into other games. I do want to get some Twisted Minis finished and get some Twisted Bat Reps up, which is a steampunk themed game. Nice. Like, you guys have that sort of interesting history in America. Like, Australia doesn't have, like, Civil War or anything like that sort of existed in our history, so there's nothing. And, like, I mean, the closest thing we get, like, to any real thing with Australia is, like, Gallipoli, where, like, a lot of people are quite interested in, like, Gallipoli history, but we don't really have, much else really besides that, I don't think we'll get one before the end of the year. I think we've seen what's going to happen. We might get one at the start of next year, maybe with one of the first reveal shows next year. We might get something. Maybe at LVO, we might get a roadmap. I would hope so. I like the roadmaps. I think they give a lot to a lot of people. Slowly start to see the effect really start to come along on these. Arnold Diggins, it has been a while. To be honest, I've not been streaming a lot before this week. I've been rather unwell. We whole family was in hospital, rather unwell for a bit. I've had a couple of hospital visits myself, not been too well. So in all honesty, it's not been. I haven't been done it. Roadmap, like straight away. Like, because what are we waiting on now? We're waiting on pretty much every death book except Soulblight. I don't think Soulblight will see a book too soon because they work pretty well in the new edition. So, FEC, OBR, Yeah, Feck, OBR. Yeah, it's just Feck and OBR because Nighthorn have had a book too. Feck, OBR, Gits, Corn, and probably Sladash. Probably what I want to see next year, book-wise. Yeah, everyone's... Well, I'm on the mend now, so... We're getting there. I don't think we're going to see cities next year. I think we're going to see Dawnbringer Crusades the year after. I think they'll... And I don't think till mid-year. I reckon they'll launch the next edition with Dawnbringer Crusades. Just have a hunch that's what's going to happen. I don't think we'll see cities next year. Yeah, I've still got a Living Cities army. I've still got my Living Cities up there. I play a lot of different armies. Sorry. So yeah, I chop and change what I play all the time. Last tournament I went to, I won, and I took my Daughters of Cain. Actually came first, which was really cool. Got my first ever tournament win, which was a really nice experience. See, my big thing is that would be where they were like. I don't see them coming early year. I don't see them coming in winter because that's 40k 10th edition. So I think we're going to see maybe some Age of Sigma early next year, which will probably be Gits and Corn, I would say, maybe Feck. I think, the Death Armies, Gits and Corn are probably going to be seeing in the first half of next year, I would say. But I think maybe we might be lucky to see, we might see 3 of those, maybe even 2 of those. I think we'll be lucky to see 5 battle tomes next year, in all honesty. Because 40k 10th is just going to pump out the back end of next year. And that's just going to be the focus. Like when 40k has a new edition, 40k gets a big focus because it is, their main game. Gee, the glow effect slowly. Christmas boxes. Ooh, what do I want to see? I think we'll probably see ones earlier that were armies that were released earlier in the year. So we might see like Fire Slayers, Ironeth. I don't think we'll see a Fire Slayers one. There's just not enough miniatures for it. I think we could see an Ironeth one. I think we could maybe see like a Stormcast and an Auric one to sort of pump up them again. And maybe something like Ogres. We could even see, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe they might do a Gargant one, 2 Mega Gargants and 3 Little Gargants for a discount would be a big selling box, I think. Personally, I'd love to see a Black Templar one because I've just started Black Templar, so I would love a Black Templar box. Necron one would be cool as well, like 40k. Oh, yeah. So, sorry guys, winter is middle of the year for me. Remember, Australian. probably the last layer of this color we'll need to do. No. Australian school culture is not like that at all. Any place that sort of culture, like I guess that, you know, bully nerd culture really exists in Australia is in like private schools where they have like hazing and all that sort of stuff. And like a lot of the public schools, like, doesn't really exist. I mean, I was nerdy as all hell, but I was also very much a jock playing like a lot of sports. So, but I've never, in all my years in school, I never witnessed anything like that. I have no idea. But that is going to be it for a night. I've done the one color for a night. I need to get some sleep. I've got a day recording tomorrow. So I want to say thank you all for coming, hobbying out and hanging out and chatting. If you want to help support the channel, you can do so. Down in the link description are our Patreon and YouTube members where it goes to help support the channel. And you get the cool emojis in the chat if you are a YouTube member or Patreon. YouTube member only gets the cool emojis in the chat. But thank you all for watching, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.